Hi, it's Liz from Cook Your Feed, and today I'm going to show you a really useful recipe from my book, which is this one here in the breakfast chapter. It's the turmeric paste. This bit here of the recipe, this is fantastic stuff to have in your fridge. I always keep a little jar of it in the fridge, and whenever I'm feeling a bit rough or my knees are really swollen, I make myself either a golden smoothie or a turmeric latte, so like golden milk, and it really helps with the pain and the swelling. But apart from being an incredibly powerful natural medicine, it is also really delicious, so something that I think everyone can get something out of. So first thing you need to do is try and find some fresh organic turmeric root. So I'm really pleased to have found it now I've moved to Ireland from Green Earth Organics. So it looks a bit like ginger. Here's some ginger, and this is the turmeric. They look very similar, but obviously the turmeric is super bright and orange, and ginger is this kind of yellowy colour. Then you just need to peel the turmeric and the ginger and pop it in a blender. So I'm just going to use this handy little blender here. So the easiest way to peel turmeric and ginger is with a teaspoon. Just grab your piece of your root and use the teaspoon to just scrape the skin off. And this is the best way not to waste any of it. If you use a peeler or a little knife to cut the skin off, then you're definitely going to waste loads of that precious, amazing stuff. You might want to wear some gloves while you're doing this because it will stain your fingers. I can't be bothered right now. Okay, so just go ahead and peel all the turmeric and a kind of equal volume of fresh ginger. The other reason using a teaspoon is so handy is to get into all these little nooks and crannies in the ginger. So you can see you don't have to chop those little nubbins off. You can just really quickly and quite easily scrape with a teaspoon and get all the skin off from the whole entire root. Okay, so I'm going to get peeling and I'll show you what to do next. As you can see, I have peeled all the turmeric and ginger, and my hands look like I'm turning into a Simpson. These peelings, because they're organic, what I'm actually going to do with them is simmer them in loads of water with some other offcuts of vegetables and things, and make a really delicious stock which I'll use to make ramen or a curry or something. But yeah, don't waste it, otherwise just pop them in the compost. Okay, and then for the roots, I'm gonna slice them up a bit and pop them in my little blender. The turmeric I'm not slicing too finely because it's not as fibrous as the ginger. Okay, so for the ginger, as I'm sure you know, ginger is quite fibrous, so even though it's going to be blended up in my little NutriBullet, I am going to slice it against the direction of the fibres, so the fibres go down the roots like this. I'm going to chop it like this, and I'm just going to take off this little end bit first as well, and that will just help it blend much smoother. Sometimes even if it's in a strong blender, the fibres kind of get caught round the blades and they go round and round rather than getting chopped up, so that just helps it turn into a much smoother paste. And I like to do a mixture of turmeric and ginger because I like that kind of warming heat of the ginger. Okay, so I don't really measure it when I make this paste, I just kind of eyeball it. So I do about half and half turmeric and ginger, but like I said, it really doesn't matter. You don't have to do exact measurements. Okay, and then I like to add some cinnamon. So again, I just eyeball it. So for that amount, I probably put in maybe 2 teaspoons. A little shake of cloves. Cloves is quite a powerful flavour. We don't want it to overwhelm the whole flavour. And then every time you use turmeric in any dish, always add plenty of black pepper Turmeric, unfortunately, isn't very absorbable in our bodies, and there's something in pepper and something in fat that helps our digestive system actually absorb the curcumin, the good compound in the turmeric that we are trying to get the most out of. So put in a really generous grind of black pepper, about teaspoons worth I'd say, and then I'm going to add some coconut oil, again to help the absorbability of the turmeric. For that amount I'm putting maybe a heaped tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of coconut oil in. Again, it doesn't have to be exact at all. So we want to blend this up, but also I want to sweeten it as well, so that it's really nice in a porridge or in a smoothie or in turmeric latte. So what I normally do is just about cover it with maple syrup. So it seems like quite a lot, but actually I'm only using a teaspoon of the paste per portion. So this is going to last me a really long time. You see the maple syrup is just covering just about everything, and it will help it blend as well into a nice paste. You could substitute the maple syrup with some brown rice syrup or agave, whatever kind of sweetener you like, and also the natural sugars in the maple syrup will help preserve it as well, make it last longer. Okay, so I'm just popping the blade on and I'm going to blend that into as smooth a paste as I can. Okay, so that's all blended up now. So that is pretty smooth, that's pretty good, I'm pleased with that. And then I'm just going to pour it into a jar to keep in the fridge, and this should last at least a month in the fridge. If you're worried you're not going to use it all in that time, then you could freeze it in portions in an ice cube tray, and then just take it out from the freezer one portion at a time as and when you need it. So let me show you what we make with it. So I've got in the pot here a little portion of oats and some oat milk. Actually, this is really nice with the drinking coconut milk. You know, you can get them in cartons. We sell them in the Green Earth organic shop. And then I'm just going to add about a teaspoon of the paste, and then I'll just simmer that together into a beautiful golden porridge. Then another thing I can do is make some a turmeric latte. I'll get some oat milk. Again, this is really good with coconut milk. Swirl that out a little bit. So again, about a teaspoon per mug of milk. And I'm going to heat that up in a little pan on the stove. And then the rest of the stuff in the smoothie maker, the blender, I'm actually going to make a smoothie. So my favourite golden smoothie recipe, it's really simple. It's just a banana. Again, about a teaspoon of the paste, which I think is what's left in there. About half a glass of whatever milk you like. So I've just got oat milk at the moment. But again, coconut and turmeric and ginger is so good. You should definitely try that. And I'm going to put some ice cubes in. So about 3 or 4 ice cubes. Simple as that. I'm just going to blend that up into a beautiful golden smoothie. Okay, so my smoothie's all blended up, and I haven't wasted a single drop of that lovely turmeric paste. It's so good. Honestly, it's like liquid sunshine. It's just sweet enough. The ginger and the turmeric just bring this really nice warmth, this warm spiciness. It's delicious. So I'm just heating the mug of turmeric latte up in the microwave. It is kind of better if you do it in a pan, and then you can whisk it and make it all frothy and delicious. And the turmeric porridge is ready. So I just gently simmered it together. So per person I normally do about a mug of milk and then 4 or 5 heaped oats, and a teaspoon of turmeric paste, and then I'm just gonna top it with some beautiful coconut sugar. If I had coconut flakes, that would be super good on top as well. A bit of cinnamon, and that is a really, really delicious warming breakfast. Honestly, it's so good, and I don't really like porridge that much, but this is delicious. So good. The turmeric latte has just come out of the microwave, so I'm just whisking it up a bit so it froths up, and again that is really nice with a little dusting of cinnamon on top, like so. Enjoy. I hope you make the turmeric paste. Don't forget to keep it in a jar in the fridge or portion it up into ice cube trays and freeze it, and let me know how it goes. Enjoy.